as always, in favor of Israel. The Oslo Accords consisted of two agreements established to bring an end to the enduring conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO. These agreements were initially signed in Washington, D.C. in 1993, Oslo I, and later in Taba, Egypt in 1995, Oslo II. The primary objective of these accords was to establish the framework for peaceful coexistence and mutual recognition within a region marked by tensions. The negotiations leading to these agreements commenced in Oslo, Norway in 1993, operating under a veil of secrecy. Both Israel and the PLO had compelling reasons to maintain confidentiality regarding these discussions. The PLO, which had been founded in 1964 with the goal of establishing a Palestinian state, had historically rejected recognizing the legitimacy of Israel. The discussions were attended by leaders, including PLO head Yasser Arafat, Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, former Israeli Prime Minister Shimon Peres, and Norwegian Deputy Foreign Minister John Egeland, who served as a mediator. Before progress could be made in the negotiations, both parties needed to acknowledge each other's legitimacy. This culminated in the Letter of Mutual Recognition, in which the PLO officially recognized the State of Israel. And Israel reciprocated by recognizing the PLO as the representative of the Palestinian people. The lack of recognition of Israel by the PLO presented a significant obstacle to Israeli occupation and the commission of crimes. Hence, the Israeli authorities have made considerable efforts to legitimize their actions through this agreement, presenting them as lawful in a politically manipulative manner. This has allowed them to take further actions under the false guise of Israeli sovereignty, which is acknowledged by the Palestinian Liberation Organization. The Declaration of Principles of the Interim Self-Governing Arrangement, also known as the First Oslo Accords, represented a significant diplomatic milestone that ultimately led to the establishment of the Palestinian Legislative Council. This landmark agreement outlined a phased withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza over a 5-year period, an obligation that Israel did not fulfill, and set the stage for the subsequent Oslo II agreement. The latter addressed more intricate issues, such as the administration of Jerusalem, delineation of borders, security concerns, and the rights of Israeli settlers in the West Bank. In the Oslo II agreement, which was signed 2 years after the original Oslo Accord, the Palestinian Authority was granted limited control over parts of the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, while also allowing for the annexation of much of the West Bank by Israel. The agreement also outlined parameters for economic and political cooperation between the two parties. As part of the treaty, both sides agreed to refrain from inciting violence or conflict against each other. Moreover, Israel imposes taxes on Palestinians who work in Israel but reside in the occupied territories. Furthermore, Israel oversees the trade of goods and services into and out of Gaza and the West Bank. In light of the passage of several years since the signing of this agreement, it has become evident that the extensive expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank and the implementation of stringent anti-Palestinian regulations signify a breach of the terms of the agreement to the detriment of the Palestinian population.